So good morning, everyone. Morning. My name is Dennis Ball, and I have the absolute honor and privilege of being the Deputy Director of Training for the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy. And I'll serve as your Master of Ceremonies for today's Chief Fire Officer Management graduation today. I'd like to welcome all the family and friends, as well as uniformed personnel who could join us on campus today. For those who could not make it here in person, this event is being taped and will be available on YouTube sometime this afternoon. Ms. Christina Mitchell is sitting here with the camera, and she'll make that happen. Is everybody ready? We good? Ready to go? All right, let's go. So on behalf of State Fire Marshal John Davin and the men and women of the Department of Fire Services, welcome to the commencement ceremony for the 2024 Chief Fire Officer Management Program. At this time, I'd ask that you please join me in welcoming our presiding officer for today's ceremony, State Fire Marshal John Davin, accompanied by the official party. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask you to rise for the entrance of the graduates of 2024 Chief Fire Officer Management Program. That was supposed to be pipes. Not 2024. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd ask you to please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem. I'd ask you to remain standing for an invocation delivered by Chaplain Bruce Arba.
Let us be in an attitude of prayer. Lord, we come before you in this day with hearts filled with gratitude for the journey that these graduates have taken to come to this place through the gift of leadership and skills through those who are their instructors, from the support of their departments, their peers, their families, for all that brought them to this day. For their hard work and dedication, we give thanks, especially for their service that continues to be given to this Commonwealth. Bless this celebration that we share together as we lift up high the accomplishments of these graduates. In your holy name we pray. Amen.
I'm going to ask the audience to be seated. Chiefs, please spread your chairs out a little bit so you're a little bit more comfortable, please. Thank you. And then you can be seated as soon as you're comfortable. Is that a little bit better? Okay. Thank you. So the Department of Fire Services is a vital public safety agency that works to keep our communities safe. We provide firefighter training, public education, fire prevention, code enforcement, licensing, fire investigation, hazardous material responses, as well as incident support throughout the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. The Chief Fire Officer Program is a capstone of our training programs here at the Academy. These students spend 13 sessions or 13 Tuesdays here in Stow receiving Chief Fire Officer content from a wide array of subject matter experts. Their last week final projects were delivered to a panel of Fire Chief Association members throughout the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. They received significant praise, positive feedback, some constructive criticism from chiefs across the Commonwealth, and today we celebrate their accomplishments of the excessive training that they have received. So at this time, I'd like to introduce the official party, the person entrusted to lead the Department of Fire Services, State Fire Marshal John Davin. Next to the Marshal, the Director of the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy, Mr. Eric Littman. Representing the Massachusetts Corps of Fire Chaplains, Chaplain Bruce Arba, who's also the Chief Fire Chaplain. Representing the University of Massachusetts, Boston, apparently the glue of this course. Yes? Yes. Miss Mary Flannery Icardi. Representing the Fire Chiefs Association of Massachusetts, otherwise known as FCAM, is Chief Stephen Coleman, the Auburn Fire. He also is the District 7 representative to FCAM Board of Directors. Steve? Last but not least, Chief Fire Officer, Program Coordinator, retired Chief Kevin Gallagher, Acushnet Fire. At this time, it's my absolute honor to introduce State Fire Marshal John Davin for a few words.
Thank you, Mr. Ball. Good morning, families, friends, distinguished guests, and esteemed graduates. Today, we gather to celebrate this pivotal moment as we recognize the 29th class of Chief Fire Officer Management Training Program. A special thank you to Chief Gallagher, our instructors, and the University of Massachusetts Edward J. Collins, Jr. Center for Public Management for supporting the future of fire service leadership through this vital program. My heartfelt congratulations to our graduating chief officers for continuing your education and for challenging yourself. This is a very competitive, highly demanding capstone course in the overall fire officer training track. This course is designed to provide the new chief officer with a variety of leadership and management skills essential in municipal management. It consists of 114 hours of instructor-led classroom training with 10 writing assignments, a critical thinking project, and a weekly discussion forum. Your successful completion demonstrates that you're ready to operate at the highest levels of the fire service. You are prepared to make decisions that will affect your departments and communities for decades to come. The fire service values tradition, but we also excel at meeting new, unknown, and unprecedented challenges. You are prepared to meet the changing needs of your communities and your workforce. As a graduate of this program in 2016, I know how hard it can be to go from leading back to learning, especially with a career, a family, and other commitments. However, being a lifelong learner is instrumental to your success. And your greatest asset as a leader is your ambition, dedication, and quest for excellence. Here are a few things that I've learned along the way. Build partnerships with key stakeholders and elected officials. These relationships will benefit your department and your community. Use data to make informed decisions about the future of your department and to advocate for your members. Model the kind of honesty, integrity, and initiative you want from your personnel. Prioritize firefighter physical training and mental health. We are great at taking care of others, but we need to do a better job of taking care of ourselves. Recognize that you will never, ever make everyone happy, but always, always base your decisions on what is best for the entire organization. Take advantage of the network you've built over the past 14 weeks. Call your classmates, ask for advice, and offer them honest guidance in return. The Department of Fire Services is here to support you, and I want to hear from you. We can't help you if we don't know what you need. I'm your state fire marshal, and I'm always available. Call me, text me, or email me. Thank you for accepting the challenge of becoming a chief officer. On behalf of the Massachusetts Department of Fire Services and the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy, I extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you, and I look forward to working with you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Marshal. It is my pleasure now to introduce Mary Flanders Icotti from the University of Massachusetts, Boston, for a few words.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to everybody. I want to thank everybody for their help in another year of this fabulous program. I look forward to it every year. I do a lot of work with municipalities, and you are the cream of the crop, so I appreciate that. I want to, on behalf of the president of UMass Boston and the dean of the McCormick School of Government, extend our heartfelt congratulations. I'd also like to thank the staff of the Firefighting Academy. Oftentimes their work is unseen but felt every single day, so I want to compliment them and thank them for their assistance in developing and really executing this program. Obviously, Chief Gallagher, the man, has been a great partner these past few years after COVID and really reinvigorating the program, maybe with a little bit of different writing assignments. So that's something we look forward to getting some feedback on. But from my personal point of view, I always like to decide, am I short and sweet or brief and brilliant? I like to be all four. So my comments are brief and they are heartfelt. I have truly enjoyed working with each and every one of you. I think, as was stated, it's the journey, and really your journey is just beginning. And it really is that we don't teach, we facilitate your learning, and you all learn from each other. So congratulations, I wish you all the best, and you all have my email, so reach out at any time. Thank you.
I'm pleased to introduce Eric Littman, who's the director of the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy, for a few words.
Good morning. Family, friends, significant others, and all active and retired uniformed personnel, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the 29th Chief Fire Officer Management Training Program. On behalf of the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy, thank you for joining us as we celebrate our graduates and the future of the fire service leadership. Just like every other aspect of the fire service, the Chief Fire Officer program would not be possible without a first-rate team. So I'd like to recognize our in-house team of Academy instructors and staff, especially Alana Malatos, Chief Kevin Gallagher, Dr. Sarah Pregluski Walsh, and Susan Mondi Sykes. I would also like to thank UMass Boston and the Collins Center for Public Management, especially Mary Flanders Icardi, for their commitment to building and supporting public sector leadership through programs like this one. Let's give them a round of applause, please. I'd like to speak now to our graduates. Long before you applied for this program, each of you had already demonstrated your leadership skills and technical abilities. You proved your mettle at structure fires, car crashes, water rescues, and countless other emergencies. But over the past 14 weeks, you've developed a new set of skills for a new set of challenges. Select board presentations, budget shortfalls, labor negotiations, and all other crises that arise at the highest levels of municipal government. You represent big cities, small towns, and everything in between. You oversee a wide range of organizational structures that pose strikingly different challenges. But what each of you has in common is that you all step forward to continue learning, leading, and improving your departments. You chose to take on an intensive, competitive, and highly demanding professional development program. And you did it not for yourselves, but for your communities, to better serve the people, families, and businesses that depend on you. But let's give all of you a round of applause too. Congratulations to our graduates. Great job by each and every one of you. Thank you.
I'd like to have ask Chief Steve Coleman to come up for a few words. Thank you, sir.
Good morning. Welcome, everybody. It's an honor to be here today on behalf of the Fire Chiefs Association of Massachusetts. I would first like to extend my sincere congratulations to all of the graduating class. And I want to extend a congratulations on behalf of Chief Peter Burke, the president of the Fire Chiefs Association of Massachusetts, who would have loved to have been here with you this morning, but he had a previous engagement that kept him away. 20 years ago, I sat right where you're sitting now after graduating from the Chief Fire Officer Management Training Program. And over the years, I have used those skills on a daily basis to get through my career. Although some of you may have been chief officers for many years, others are just stepping into the role before attending this program. And this is a fairly new role to you that you're adapting. So I want to take the opportunity to talk with you this morning and give you 3 specific pieces of advice that will hopefully set you up for success in the future. First, be the hardest working person in the building. For some people, when they achieve the rank of chief, a chief officer, or the chief of department, they look at that opportunity as a chance to slow down, maybe take it easy in the remaining years of their career. And that is the complete opposite of what this position is, and it's not what your department or the fire service as a whole requires. We don't need leaders who are just going to mail it in, not ready to take on the challenges that are needed to manage a modern-day professional fire service. Our profession needs chiefs who are ready on day one to be the hardest working person in the building. Today's fire service needs leaders who are motivated, trained, educated, and who generally want to do their best for the department and its members. If you as a leader are not seen as the hardest working person in the building, how do you expect the members of your department to emulate your behavior? Second, surround yourself with talented people and listen. Listening is a sign of respect. Listen as much as you talk. Learn to listen and never stop listening. You have so many talented people within your department and your professional network. Listening to their thoughts and ideas and taking those into consideration with your own ideas is a recipe for success that will allow your departments to grow and advance. Some of the most successful people I have ever met do more listening than talking. And lastly, create an environment that is built on trust. Trust is the cornerstone of our profession. Create an environment where you trust your members will do the right thing. Trust and encourage members to be open and honest with each other. Trust and encourage them to continue their training and education to ensure they are current, as you should. Trust that they will be loyal public servants, and trust that they will always do the right thing, even when no one is watching. Trust is something that every fire service organization should take extremely seriously. And remember, that trust starts with you, the hardest working person in the building. The one thing that I ask of you as leaders within your organizations when you leave this ceremony today is to not settle for mediocrity. Do not even settle for great. Shoot for extraordinary, and you can achieve excellence in your career. Most of the time, we see the public at their worst moments, and they trust that we will do the right thing by them, and they put all of their faith in us. Our essential mission and number one priority is to deliver the best possible service to the people we serve that exceeds their expectations, and I trust that you will do that. Congratulations, and be safe. Thank you.
So we're going to present some certificates now. Is that good? Yes? I'd like to ask Program Coordinator, Retired Chief Kevin Gallagher, to call the roll today, today's graduates. Family and friends, you're welcome to come up to this yellow demarcation line, if you would, and take some photographs. You good? Yes? Pretty easy instructions? Excellent. Let's go.
Good morning. Before we begin, Chiefs, I would like to apologize to you. This morning when the folks from the crib room asked how they wanted your chairs set up, I said, set them up like you would recruits. I forgot to ask for extra space for all the gold. It's obviously needed. So ladies and gentlemen, Chiefs in the first row, if you'd please line up to the side. Our 2024 graduates of the Chief Fire Officer Management Training Program. Deputy Chief Dana Amendola of the Bolton Fire Department.
Take a photograph, Chief. Chief. Yeah.
Assistant Chief Howard Anderson of the Onset Fire Department. Chief Harry Ashley of the Freetown Fire Department. Chief Christopher Bartone of the West Springfield Fire Department. Deputy Chief Christopher Beecher of the East Longmeadow Fire Department. Deputy Chief Kevin Braley of the Barnstable Fire Department. Deputy Chief Andrew Breen of the Northampton Fire Department. Deputy Chief Joseph Capello of the Wellfleet Fire Department. Deputy Chief Lawrence Cardinal of the Everett Fire Department. Deputy Chief Timothy Casey of the Lowell Fire Department. Deputy Chief Shane Clark of the Cotuit Fire Department. Deputy Chief Richard Craven of the West Springfield Fire Department. Unable to attend today is Acting and Interim Chief John Daniels of the Bedford Fire Department. Chief Gary Doherty of the Hopkinton Fire Department. Chief Patrick Egloff of the Westfield Fire Department. Deputy Chief Anthony Jenga of the Northbridge Fire Department. Chief Christopher Guerrero of the Dennis Fire Department. Deputy Chief Nader Hamed of the Framingham Fire Department. Deputy Chief Michael Hatch of the Northampton Fire Department. Acting Interim Deputy Chief Andrew Hadlick of the Natick Fire Department. Chief Eric Jack of the Royalston Fire Department. Deputy Chief Jeremy Januszkiewicz of the Air Fire Department. Chief Scott Kruger of the New Bedford Fire Department.
As opposed to New Bedford.
Yeah, this is New Bedford for you. Fall River would have gotten it right. Deputy Chief Jeffrey Lavoie of the Ludlow Fire Department. Chief James Martinez of the Ware Fire Department. Chief James McNeely of the Manchester Fire Department. Deputy Chief Matthew Nadeau of the Lawrence Fire Department. Deputy Chief Jeffrey Reeker of the Sharon Fire Department. Chief Wendell Robery of the Canton Fire Department. Deputy Chief Robert Serino of the Amesbury Fire Department. Deputy Chief Kevin Sullivan of the Framingham Fire Department. Captain Kenneth Temple of the Winchester Fire Department. Vinton, yep, and then Wonka. Deputy Chief Craig Vinton of the Medway Fire Department. And last but not least, Chief Philip Wonka of the Irving Fire Department. Ladies and gentlemen, your graduates of the 2024 Chief Fire Officer Program.
Great job, folks. Just one for less. So it's time to call up class spokesperson for the CFO class 2024, Deputy Chief Rich Craven of the West Springfield Fire Department for a few words. Too much.
Just don't fall off.
I will.
I think there's many people in here who are a little bit more nervous about what I'm about to say than I am right now. First of all, special thank you to Marshall Davin, our exemplary staff up front, Alana Malatos, and your staff, Dr. Walsh, the registration folks that really made this program happen behind the scenes. Heartfelt thank you to all of you. Chief Gallagher, again, without your efforts, this program would not be possible. And Mary. I think that's all we needed for that. Mary, with the staff at the Edward J. Collins Center for Public Management at UMass honestly put together a fantastic program that I think each one of us has taken one, if not many parts from their instructors and already brought that into our departments as of right now. So thank you for that. Special thank you to our families, both at home and at the fire station. A lot of work was required of this during our 14 weeks. Our absence only proved that our departments can run without us, at least for a day. At this point, you are probably wondering how a class spokesperson is chosen in a room full of high-ranking chiefs. Is it charming personality and quick wit, exemplary information technology and audiovisual skills, or was it the guy who was out of the room when the class voted? I'll let you be the judge of that by the end of this. The 34 chief officers from across Massachusetts have accepted a call to leadership by taking this program. That means that we are willing to be misunderstood, criticized, opposed, accused, and rejected. I want to share with you some of the skills and lessons learned throughout the program that really laid the foundation of how to mitigate some of these problems. We understood that we could not meet the challenges of today with yesterday's mindset. When a person was born and what generation they belong to does not determine the entirety of their worth, values, or decision-making potential. We learned to treat members like our children, not like children, but like they're our children. Give them the knowledge, the tools, the training, the experiences to successfully do the job. Give them praise when the job was done correctly and accept the blame for when the job went wrong. We learned that providing clarity promotes unity, whereas confusion creates stagnation. Our focus turned to the person who was listening and putting ourselves in their shoes and showing empathy. The main focus of our program was really about developing a response to the active shooter hostile event. Throwing statistics at you, in 2022, there were 50 active shooter events across the United States. 66.7% increase since 2018, and that number's only increasing. It's difficult, if not impossible, to predict the chain of events that eliminate the risk of an active shooter. We had come to the realization to say when an active attack event was going to occur, not if. This program really provided us the tools to either start or continue the conversation with law enforcement and our local officials to strengthen the need for integrated training between law enforcement and fire departments. Our communities expect perfection with us with every call for service. They know that upon our arrival, we bring them hope. This program inspired us to lead from the front and prepare. Now that we have it, remember that inspiration is perishable. Find it within your department and act on it immediately. Keep going? All right. I was told 10 minutes. I'm going to give you time by cutting this short to allow the next 5 minutes to be filled with a standing ovation for the 34 chief officers across the Commonwealth who've successfully completed the 23-24 program. Gentlemen, congratulations, and I look forward to working with every one of you in the future.
Congratulations, gentlemen. I'd ask you to please stand for Chaplain Bruce Arbor. He'll deliver a benediction for us.
As I offer this benediction, I ask that we receive it eye to eye. For as chiefs, your heads can never be bowed, for you must always be on alert to lead, to be aware. May the one who guides and blesses our safe journey do so for each of you and those who you serve. May the knowledge and skills that you need come quickly in the moment of need. And may you always walk with distinction and honor as you serve your community and this great commonwealth and the men and women who will answer that call with and beside you. Go in the peace and safety of the one who provides it. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of State Fire Marshal John Davin and the men and women of the Department of Fire Services and the Massachusetts Firefighting Academy, thank you for attending today's ceremonies. We wish every member of Class 2024, 2024, the Chief Fire Officer graduates, be successful in your next phases of your career. This concludes today's ceremony. Have a wonderful afternoon. Congratulations. You're dismissed. Enjoy the day. Be safe.